coffee, ice cream, and chocolate all have one thing in common. They all put us in a state of temptation. And tonight, temptation will be given into because the final 8 qualifying contestants are ready to go face to face for the Ultimate Miami Dessert Challenge.
Let me tell you, I love sweets. So that qualifies me enough. I am very excited to be a judge for this competition.
What is your favorite sweet? What's your favorite dessert?
I love anything that has peanut butter and chocolate.
Have you tried any of their culinary creations?
Not at all, which makes me a very fresh and prepared judge, meaning I don't know what they're gonna prepare, but I'm so excited to try it out. It's gonna be great.
I have a weakness for sweets. That's what qualifies me to judge this competition.
And what is your favorite dessert, Manny?
My heroine is Cherry Garcia.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Originality, something I haven't had before, something maybe I haven't tasted or an unusual flavor that I'm not familiar with. I think that would be the coolest thing.
Yeah, no stranger to being judged and judged pretty harshly, to be quite honest with you. I think that's a great thing about judging. I've been on Cupcake Wars. It was a reality check. It was good for me, a good growing experience. And then I've also been featured on the TLC's Cake Boss show, The Next Great Baker.
And what are you most looking forward to tonight?
Eating everything, of course, you know? Yeah. Tasting it all and being, brutally honest. I'm one of these judges that won't hold back. I will tell you like it is, and I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's a growing experience.
Let's talk a little bit about how the competition works. You're gonna bring some things with you, okay? You're gonna bring a cake that is gonna be in a 16-inch round pan, actually 2 layers, okay? There'll be 2 rounds with 4 of you on the stage. In the first round, 4 of you will be called up here. You'll be timed. There'll be a specific amount of time, which we're not revealing right now, put on the clock, and you'll have that amount of time to basically frost and decorate your cakes. When the time is up, the judges will go around, they will look at your cakes. We'll then have you cut 1 slice of cake for each of the 3 judges. So you're being judged on taste and on presentation. So half of you are gonna make it to the final round. 2 from the first round of 4, 2 from the second round of 4. In the second round, we're calling it the Refrigerator Challenge. Each one of you will have a refrigerator that is yours. Everyone's refrigerator will be identically stocked with store-bought items. You will have a specific period of time to use a minimum number of those items. At the end of the time, it'll be stopped and the judges will then look and taste your desserts, and from that, one of you will be chosen as creator of the Ultimate Miami Dessert and win $5,000.
The rules are great, actually. I like the idea of making the cakes and also the idea of using ingredients that we've never seen before and just creating something unusual.
My only concern would be the time issue. Frosting and decorating a cake is probably what takes the most time. And when you love it so much, you put all your time and effort into it and you get carried away in that moment. And that would be my only concern with the rules. But other than that, I think they're very fair, they're very well expressed, and I look forward to the refrigeration challenge.
We know we are going to bring a cake. We can make it our own cake, whatever. We can use our talents and then just try to win over the judges, which I think is fair. The only misconception I had was I thought I was competing with the one I've been doing for years, so I said, I have it made, okay? But no, that's not the case.
I don't think he's gonna make it because he's convinced that he's gonna make a tres leche cake and it's not the challenge. So I think he's gonna try to fit it in there somewhere. The frosting's gonna come apart. I see it happening already. The milk's gonna go everywhere. It's just gonna be a disaster.
I've never tried the Cuatro Leches gentleman's product before, but if he can figure out how to bring what he makes on a regular basis to the competition and have it set up, I hope he moves on to the second round.
Evelyn, we are minutes away from starting the competition. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm freaking out. No, seriously, I am. I'm not even lying. I'm really nervous. 15 minutes is a little bit of time to decorate a cake. I'm thinking of like cutting and layering and decorating. My decorations are like exaggerated.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna scale down or are you just gonna try to do it all in 15 minutes?
I'm just gonna throw everything on top. That's it. The cake tastes good, so just whatever.
Okay, so we just found out that Luis from Cuatro Leches has dropped out of the competition. So now we're down to 7. Apparently, he didn't feel comfortable stepping out of his Tres Leches box and delving into the world of cakes.
Holly, my goodness, you look so glamorous tonight. That tux.
Though the tuxedo is rented, keeping in the spirit of the competition, it's made entirely out of creme brulee.
So what you're trying to tell me is that you're going to taste as good as you look?
You are correct, Martha. You are correct.
All right. Well, is everybody ready? Woo, yeah. I need 15 minutes on that clock. Holly, you ready to get things started?
All set.
All right. So the competition starts right now.
So I think my biggest competition is myself and just pushing myself harder. My name is Melanie Schoninger. I started off as a kitchen designer and I just got into cooking desserts. I draw my inspiration from just about everything. If I go out to a restaurant and I read a menu and I see something on the menu that looks interesting, I might order it and then try to reproduce it. Then I change it around. I always try to add an extra little splash into it. I try to change it up just a little bit. Oh, I'd like to see myself on banners as you're driving down to South Beach. That's where I am, and I'm just waving saying, come to the Burger Bash, or come to the dessert festival, or come to something.
I have a chocolate cake with a Nutella mousse. I think that what makes me better than most contestants here is that I've been on a show before, so I know about time constraints, and I know how this works, so I think I have the upper hand.
The cake I'm making today, it's going to be chocolate, praline, and salted caramel.
My name is Chris Velasco. I'm born in Venezuela, and I moved here when I was 14. Since I was 18, I've been on the pastry business, so it's going to be 6 years. My specialty is French desserts. I wouldn't say French desserts per se, but French technique. You see people's faces when they eat a dessert. It's something you remember. It's something that stays on people. It makes them happy. So that's a good thing about pastry. Personally, my favorite type of dessert is ice cream. I could eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think my hopes and aspirations to keep growing and keep bringing happiness to people that eat my desserts.
I was kind of looking forward to making something else, but I love making cakes, so I'm very excited. Since I don't make cakes on a daily basis, I feel that I'm a little bit at a disadvantage, but I'm willing for the challenge. I'm very excited to be here anyway, and I'll make it work.
All right, so you've been watching. First round is in effect. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm like a little excited about it. I mean, feeling nervous because it's only 15 minutes, but I think I feel confident.
You know, as I watch the other people compete, I'm kind of going with my own theory of simple and delicious is the best way to go.
Can you tell from this here backstage if it's looking good, if it's not looking so good?
It looks great. I mean, there's a lot of frosting flying everywhere, but they're doing a great job.
It is absolutely packed. Does that make you a little nervous?
It makes me really proud, and it's amazing how many people come out and watch us make desserts on stage. It's actually great.
It is. It's packed. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. All right, I'll let you guys keep watching and concentrating.
Well, I thought we were going to make an actual dessert, and then it turned out to be having to do a cake and then something made from scratch, but I think it's a bigger challenge and just makes it more exciting. I hope I can be the winner of the ultimate Miami dessert.
I think I am at an advantage because I work with cakes often, so I'm usually creating cakes. That's all pretty much what I do. so I might have the upper hand.
I feel Melanie would have an advantage over me having every day having the habit to use store-bought items, and I don't have those type of habits in my workplace. We do everything from scratch.
I think that if Melanie uses store-bought products, for her usual day-to-day baking, then I don't think that she should qualify for this competition, because this is, it's something, you're creating something really based on your talent and, recipes that you've created, things that you've done, not from Betty Crocker. If not, we would have invited Betty Crocker to come here.
I'm here.
Not Fireman Crocker.
Other competitors say that I use store-bought products, but what the deal is that I'm picking up a business that they've already established the store-bought products.
Melanie, you gave it your all and you finished. I saw you the whole time struggling. I know cake is not your thing. I bet your pies are amazing and your cookies are great. Yeah, we need to practice on our cake stuff.
It looks so different now than when you were working on it. We didn't know where you were headed when you were putting layer after layer, and I guess the pralines in between.
It's a very spirited cake, which
Absolutely.
we really love. And the details, the 305, it's really representative of Miami. So good job.
Honestly, it's not only about presentation. I think it's about how good it tastes. So please tell us who's moving on to the final rounds of the competition.
Go ahead, Manny.
Chris is one of the two advancing.
Let's give a round of applause to Chris!
And the second one is Evelyn.
All right, Evelyn Diego from Two Girls in a Cupcake and Chris Velasco from Dory South Beach are moving to the final rounds. Congratulations!
How are you feeling now, just coming off the stage?
So much better.
Did you find that 15 minutes was indeed enough time?
Yeah, that was more than enough time, actually. I think I was rushing a little too much. I could have taken more time.
How are you feeling, Melanie?
I'm feeling really happy. I'm happy I'm here, and I'm happy I got to see what my competition was, so next time I can do better.
All right, so obviously it's a madhouse. People are clearing the stage, getting ready for round two. Were you nervous? How do you think it went?
I got a little nervous at some point because my cake kind of broke, so I freaked out. I thought I was gonna lose it, but then I just breathed, I held it in together, and at the end it came out nice.
So I try to stick to traditional desserts, but then again give it that extra power, that extra kick that nobody really is doing that right now.
I am really passionate. I'm very, very driven, and I'm here to participate. And I think my creativity will stand out. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to compete.
I hope they're all my biggest competition, because at the end of the day, you want to win against people who have talent and are creative, and to say that you're the best amongst those 8 folks that were, are in this competition, is really what it's going to be about. I don't want to compete against a bunch of preschoolers. That's not really a competition.
I'm really excited to make a cake for this competition. So.
Is everybody ready? Contestants behind me, are you guys ready? All right, the competition starts right now.
I made a blood orange cake with a strawberry rum filling. I think the worst thing that can happen is your buttercream not holding up to all the lights on stage. So that's a big concern right now.
If somebody sabotages my cake the day of the competition, I'll be pulling the fire alarm and getting the fire department to come here and make sure that this whole event just goes bye-bye, with lots of water and axes and all that good stuff. I made a vanilla cake and I soaked it in a whiskey caramel rum, a Bailey's Irish cream, cream cheese frosting, and little slivered almonds. My name's Derek Kaplan. I'm a City of Miami firefighter. My first love, I'd say, would have to be baking, only because I started it when I was, 15, long before I became a fireman. But, I really enjoy being a fireman. I like helping folks, and you get a nice sense of accomplishment at the end of the day when you make a difference in somebody's life. I decided to join the competition because, you know, it seemed interesting. Obviously, I make desserts, and it's a nice accolade to have. One of the things I make, you know, that I sell on the truck are homemade sticky buns, and what I do is I make it into an ice cream sandwich. So I cut it in half, put ice cream, you know, in it, and then put the top back on, and I serve it to people, and you know, they light up when they see that on a plate.
Okay, so I pulled you away from the railing. You're obviously paying attention to what's going on stage. What are your thoughts?
Well, it looks very exciting. There's some cakes that are coming out super, super nice. I'm excited for them.
Which one looks good to you?
I love Leslie's cake.
Who do you think will not advance to the next round if you had to take a guess?
I would say Shelly, just because she looks a little bit more, a little bit less experienced, I would say.
All right, I'll let you go and stir on some more. Okay, so if you had to take a guess as to who would not advance to the next round, who would you go with?
I'm gonna go with Shelly.
Why?
I don't know, I think she had some difficulty with the cake. We were looking at it, I think it was kind of like lopsided or something, so I don't know, maybe she won't make it.
I made a vanilla pound cake with a vanilla buttercream, and it has a mango passion fruit filling.
It's really hard to tell like who's not gonna make it to the second round because I think we're all like pretty good at what we do. I'm confident that I'll make it to the second round.
I made a cream of coconut cake, and then it was layered with edible hibiscus flowers nectar. I did caramelized rum pineapples and finished with a cream of coconut cream cheese frosting.
Hi, my name is Shelley Freevault. I'm originally from London, England, and I've been baking since cooking since I was about 5 years old. My specialty would be using anything that has any exotic fruits or flowers or herbs to create different flavor profiles for desserts. My inspiration usually comes from flowers and exotic herbs. I think they're not used a lot right now, so that's really where my forte lies. What am I going to do with the $5,000 if I win? Wow, I'm going to probably invest it in my company and definitely go out for a really great dinner somewhere.
I think with the decorations on the cake, as long as it's something that's simple and you don't go too crazy with it, and the cake tastes delicious, that's what's really going to be important, because you could decorate it all you want, and if it doesn't taste good, you know, it really doesn't matter. You just wasted a lot of time.
What makes me stand out is that my passion and my creativity, because at the end of the day, it's how it tastes. So I'm really hoping that I can execute.
All right, judges, you know the drill. Come with me so we could take a look at these cakes. All right. I think you got the inspiration of the cake for Magic City Casino. It's very beautiful. I love the use of the almonds. This is very, very delicious. It looks really nice. Oh yeah. I think there's like a wedding cake inspiration over here with the roses on the top. I think these look like real, real edible flowers. Yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. So audience, who do you think is gonna make it? I see a lot of fan favorites. Okay, number 2, I see a lot of number 2. It's off to take the testing. Let's do this.
Well, I figured it was Miami, so I wanted to go with a little bit of a tropical feel, and I did tropical fruits, but I wanted to add my own twist and do tropical flowers to it as well.
I just get different flavors, what's in season, and right now blood oranges are in their prime, and they're actually grown here in Homestead locally, and so are strawberries, so that was my inspiration. We're in Miami, and we got to celebrate that.
They're saying Derek is the man to beat. Do you agree with that?
No.
And why is that?
I like my cake.
You know, anybody can bake if they put their mind to it and figure out, you know, what goes good with what, and, you know, let the best man win.
Now, judges, what did you think of the match 2 sets of cakes of the evening?
They brought it on. They were honestly decorating on it. It was really tough for us to make a decision.
I think that the make or break here was the quality of their ingredients.
Okay.
And I think that everybody gave it their all, and their cakes were pretty tasty.
So you have made your final decision as to who making it to the final rounds of the competition?
The first one to advance is Shelly.
Shelly Freeman from Melange Nectar, congratulations!
The second participant is Derek.
Derek from Farmander's World's Famous Pies, congratulations!
All right, it's over now. How do you feel?
I'm happy. It's exciting. It's lots of fun.
Congratulations. How you feeling?
I feel great. Thank you very much. I'm excited to move on to the next round.
Are you surprised the only man here is moving on to round 2?
I'm not surprised. I don't, I want to say that I made it because my cake was, one of the top 4 and not because I'm the only guy in the competition, so I put my heart into it and, I get to move on.
Are you feeling a bit disappointed?
No, I mean, I had a great time, so it was a great experience,
So round 1 is over. Leslie was obviously very upset, so she just ran out of here. We didn't get a chance to speak to her.
I think that Chris obviously has a leg up in the competition because she's a trained pastry chef, but I've been doing it for 15 years now, so I'd say I have quite the training as well. I haven't gone to school for it, but I can promise you that at the fire department, I have harsher critics than any culinary school teacher you could possibly imagine.
I don't think that Chris has an advantage. I've seen her work, so I'm not a fan. But I think that, she might, she knows herself, but I'm just not a fan.
I don't really care for Evelyn's response. That's her opinion, she's entitled to it, but it doesn't change.
Now that I'm here, I really think that I can, if I can execute my creativity, I think I can win the challenge.
There's already 12 minutes on that clock. Your time starts right now.
They're off and running. Let's give you the idea of what they're working with. These are the secret ingredients: strawberries, mangoes, peanut butter, walnuts, chocolate chips, white chocolate, Oreos, vanilla wafers, dulce de leche, Nutella, Cool Whip, cream cheese, confectioner's sugar, nutmeg, pre-made pie crust, marshmallow, vanilla ice cream, and oh yeah, Grand Marnier.
But I think the person that comes on the day of the competition ready to compete and is the most creative is the person that's going to win.
A martini parfait. I started on the bottom with graham cracker crust mixed with the fresh mango. Then I did strawberries, a layer of strawberries, and I did the Cool Whip and the ice cream, Oreos, and then I did a Nutella Grand Marnier drizzle on the top with chopped nuts, walnuts.
Absolutely, I think I can win this competition. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think that. I used the cream cheese, the Cool Whip, the Oreos, the confectioner's sugar, the white chocolate, and walnuts, and I made a no-bake Oreo cheesecake.
I think my biggest challenge is gonna be having to refrain yourself from your instinct to want to do something once you get the ingredients, want to do something yourself, and having to use store-bought ingredients to create something. Well, I made what I call a spring transition. It's a transition from the winter to the spring. And we have Nutella mousse with the vanilla wafers. So for the Nutella mousse, I use the Cool Whip and the Nutella. The vanilla wafers, and then I did the spring would be the mango and the strawberries marinated in Grand Marnier with a vanilla ice cream.
Yes, I think that I am going to be the creator of the ultimate Miami dessert.
I created a little sexy parfait, and it has walnuts with Oreo cookie on the bottom, and then it has like a Nutella mousse with Grand Marnier, strawberries, and a wafer with a drizzle of dulce de leche.
Now, judges, are you still deliberating, or have you made your final decision as to who won the money and the title of creating the ultimate Miami dessert? Talk to me, Manny. Talk to me. You look.
I think
you
we've
look
made
stuffed.
a decision. It was really hard. It was very difficult because you got to take the presentation into account, and then you've got to take the flavor into account, and we had to discuss that.
Okay. And what were your thoughts on the final sets of desserts for the evening?
They were innovative, considering that they had so many different, like an eclectic mix of things that they had to put together. So I thought they were very tasty, though.
Who do you think is gonna win the $5,000 prize, audience?
4, 1. I see 2. I see 2. I see a lot of 2s.
The creator of the ultimate Miami dessert and the person who is taking home the $5,000 grand prize is
Shelly!
Congratulations, Shelly from Melange Nectar. Congratulations!
All right, so it didn't end particularly the way you would have hoped. How did it go for you?
It went okay. I think the selection of ingredients that we had was a little bit tough, especially when you're not used to working with ready-made ingredients, but I think everybody put their hearts out there and did their best. So.
All right, so tell me, what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
It's cool. Like, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. This was a great challenge, so.
Shelly was kind of the underdog. Are you surprised she went all the way?
She was the underdog, but she came through. She was the winner here now with her thing, parfait.
All right, Derek, what went wrong or what happened out there?
You know, I gave it my all, and I know that it tasted great. You know, maybe my presentation lacked a little bit, but, you know I put out a good dessert, and I'm sure it was a hard decision for the judges, and congrats to Shelly.
How you feeling?
I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm so excited and happy. Like, it's just amazing. Everybody was so awesome, so it was shocking.
You were kind of the underdog. Some people were saying, I don't know about her.
That's the way I like to play. you get sneaky, you come on. So yeah, I really just focused on what the ingredients were and just trying to, bring out the best in them, so.
Did you think you were gonna walk out of Magic City Casino tonight with $5,000?
No, I didn't. I mean, you hope for it, but, it was tough. Everybody was so awesome, and the cakes were amazing, and it was a great night. I'm so happy. I'm really happy.
What put Shelly over the top for you? What made her the winner?
I think because she used fresh ingredients and she wasn't afraid to combine them together, that it was just the quality over quantity. Everything was light and fresh and delicious.
Why? Why did she move on to the second round?
That cake was delicious. That cake was delicious, and I was so lucky to be sitting next to her when she was creating the final dessert, and I saw how focused she was, how she did not lose her cool. She was honestly just working through it, and that made me so happy for her because I knew she was very determined and she was very focused. Not only that, very sure about what she was doing.
No, we relied on our guest-spert a lot, but we didn't disagree here. And I think what I figured out tonight about the desserts was ingredients matter, and they really make a difference in the flavor.
The judges have voted, and although Shelly was the underdog, her talents have won her the title of the ultimate Miami dessert. Join us next time on July 13th for the Ultimate Miami Drag Queen. It's going to be so much fun. For more information, visit theultimatemiami.com.